few significant things happen to our feet as we age. The first is that the fat deposits on the bottom of the feet diminish at last. A fat deposit diminishes. Unfortunately, it's on the sole of your foot, which can cause extra sensitivity for a lot of people. I would say you're talking about over 75 there. So when we're doing footwork, people can wear socks as long as it's not too slippy. You can use a mat, especially for the ones that I'm going to do, the releve plie ones. You could use a mat, and you could, in fact, sponge up the mat maybe 4 times. Be careful though, because the spongier it is, the harder it is to balance. So try to not have it too spongy, but just enough to protect their feet. Another thing that happens as we age is that the elastic tendons, basically your plantar fascia, disintegrates in terms of hydration. So it becomes a little bit more dehydrated. The good news is that you can absolutely rehydrate it, and that is by extra moving. If someone has been stuck in shoes for a long time, if someone is afraid of falling, it will mean that they won't. It's really interesting that the fear of falling causes people to shuffle and keep their feet on the floor, wearing slippers all the time, shoes that don't fit, cause people to shuffle, and that has a knock-on effect on the strength of the foot and the hydration in the plantar fascia. So I'm going to bring you through basic dance warm-ups, and these are what we are going to use every time we train bone health. We must start with the foot. Your balance is through your foot. Your bone health is through your ability to walk for long periods of time. So we need to pay particular attention to the feet on every class of bone health. I'm using the edge of this wall. You can use a flat wall. You can use a chair, or nothing at all. So we hope that the person does not need to hold on to anything, but if they do, have everybody close to a wall or beside a chair. Parallel first position. Simple, simple, simple. We do releve, plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, releve, plie. Easy. Now we add the arms. I'm going to call this an arm arc, releve, and I'm going to call this an arm circle. So when it's forwards and up, it's an arc. When it's out and up, it's a circle. When it's forwards and down, it's an arc. When it's out and down, it's a circle. So as we releve, we arm arc. As we plie, we arm circle. We releve, arm arc. We plie, we arm circle. We releve, we arm arc. We plie, we arm circle. We releve, we arm arc, and we stay here. So from here then, we're going to stay for 8 breaths, trying to load the big toe. Yes, we will wobble. Yes, we might fall, but we're trying to maintain that position in space. And then we lower down with an arm arc. We can also go up into a releve, and then we do very quick heel lowers. So we're up in releve. I'm going to take my hands out just to shoulder height, and very quick lifts and lowers. Very quick lifts and lowers. Through the heels. Yes, I can feel it in my calves. 6, 8 of those, and a little plie to finish. I do the same in, it's not first position. First position in ballet is this. This is called Pilates V. Very same exercises. Releve, plie, heels together. Releve, if possible, plie. Releve, arm arc, plie, arm circle. I'm going to do 8 of those. Trying not to pitch yourself forwards. Not that it will have any effect on what happens in the feet, but because we're going to be working later on glute activity, which is part of your core really, we want to make sure that it isn't a squat, it is a plie, so as if the pelvis was against a wall behind. Then we stay up for 8, 7, and 6. Here's the trick with this. Constantly spiral the thighs outwards. So as people get tired, they'll let the thighs roll inwards, and we want to build leg strength through foot strength. So I'm really externally rotating. Then I take my hands out to the sides and I do quick heel lowers and lifts for 8 in my Pilates V. I do it again in what's called second position. So second position is where the mat is plenty wide. So second position is where my feet are turned out only a little bit. It's not ballet. The knee doesn't like the foot turned out too much. So if my feet are facing forwards to 12 o'clock, I just turn it out to 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Once again, I am desperately trying to keep my spiraling of my thighs outwards and my pelvis facing forwards as I releve and plie. So I releve and I plie. 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 4 more. Releve and plie. And releve and plie. And releve and plie. And releve and plie. I'm going to stay up in my releve for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You can stay here for 16, 2, 1. Then hands go out and I just lower very quickly, working the elasticity of the bottom of my foot for 8, 4 more, 3 more, and last one. Final position is called fourth position. Fourth position is where the heel of the front foot is in line with the heel of the back foot, but both feet are turned out, and we're going to try and maintain our balance in between both feet. I have releve, plie, releve, plie, and do 4 because we're changing legs. Then I stay up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we have quick lowers and lifts. Sorry, my hands are out to the sides. I do 4 of those, and then I change legs. So it's releve, plie, releve, plie. Harder on this side. I have to set myself up properly. Releve, plie, releve, and stay for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hands go out, and I have very quick. I'm just doing 4. Ooh, 3, 2, and 1. So we really work the feet in the very basics, and we've started to get a little bit of elasticity in through the bottom of the foot. Back to parallel first position. I have releve, plie. Releve, I stay with my heels off the floor as I plie, then I push my heels into the ground, then I straighten my knees, and finally I releve again. So let me show you the feet from the side. Releve, stay in releve as the knees bend, keep the knees bent as the heels lower, keep the heels lowered as the knees straighten, lift the heels with the knees straight. So we bend, heels down, knees straighten, heels lift, bend, heels down, knees straighten. Be careful of those tilts. What wants to happen is, and we really want to make sure that the glutes are working. I do the same in the Pilates V. Releve, knees bend, heels down, legs straight. Releve, knees bend, heels down, eyes straight. And I can add the arms. Releve, knees bend, they go out to the side. All the way and finish. And releve. All the way down and finish. 8, 16, 24. It's usually done in 8s because we can add music, and most music is in 8-beat time. Speaking of music, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to actually, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to walk on the spot. So from here, we lift the heels, and then we simply walk. So it's loading one big toe more than the other. Go low, don't pitch forwards. Travel right through that hip. Travel right through the ball of that foot for traveling on the spot. Finally, I'm going to remove this padding and we add movement to the foot position. So we're going to waltz. And we're going to waltz, well, the feet are waltz. We're going to waltz from my Pilates V. I go right foot forwards, I step onto it. I go left foot out, I step onto it, and then I squeeze my legs together. Left foot back, step onto it. Right foot out, step onto it, squeeze together. Right, left, squeeze together. Left foot back, right foot out, squeeze together. It's a waltz. Right, left, together. Left, right, together. I am training ball of toe to heel steps, which is much better for my plantar fascia, coordination, rhythm, and moving forwards and backwards. You can of course do it left, right, together, right, left, together, so that we go in a different little circle. Oh, right, left, together. So they are very quick foot releve pliés. I would start with every single class. I would start every single class with a selection of these.